Alright everyone, today is a beautiful day, nice overcast day, but it is springtime here in the Northwest, and I need to replace the tires on my rototiller because this particular one, the other one holds air, but this particular one leaks out after about 10 minutes of use. It's cracked all along. I hate this turf style, I want the traction style on there better, so we gotta swap a couple tires on the Troy-Bilt tiller. Here we go. I got some soap and water here, we'll lube up the bead here right quick. Now this tire, the bead is already broken. I'll show you how I bust it out on the other side. You could also just drive this thing flat. it'll come off the bead of the rim. Let's get a couple of tire irons. Screwdrivers will work too. You don't have to remove the rim. No reason to fight that because I know mine are welded on. Well, they're not welded on, but getting them off will not be easy. So we're just gonna swap these tires off with the rim intact. Fun fact, this is pretty much how we do it with semi-trucks when you're on the road. The outside one is popped. You can just pop it off without even taking the rim off. Lube up the rim again. Been meaning to do this for several years. Okay, I'm just grabbing the back side of the bead again. As you can see right there, there's where the spoon is. Get on the back side too and peel it off either way. These are incredibly small tires, so they don't take a whole lot of manipulation. As you can plainly see, that's that is pretty cracked right there. It's pretty sure that's where it was leaking. For all I know, these are the original. Yeah, it must be because it says made in USA, Carlisle. These are probably the factory wheels from the 80s. Now the next thing I would suggest you do is get a wire wheel and clean up your bead on your rim. These look pretty good, to be honest. Mine aren't rotted out. You may have to go get, if yours is really rotted out, you may have to go get some bead sealant. Comes in a little tin jar. And put it on here right before you mount the tire, but looks like on mine I can get away without it. Well, that's a perfect fit. Look at that. Works for me. Yeah, this rim's fine. All right, let's go ahead and get our valve stem out. Now there's two ways you can pull this out. If you're on the extreme budget, you can just come back here with a knife and just cut it off and pull it out. I don't know where my X-Acto knife is to cut it, and I have one of the fancy tools, so we'll use fancy tool. But you don't have to have this. If you just have a sharp knife and just cut the back side of it off, flush with the rim, you know, either way it works. I paid for this tool, golly gosh darn, I'm going to use it. There, see, it breaks anyways. Not really surprised. Let's shove this out here. There we go. I would suggest put in new valve stems. They're only a few dollars. And you don't know when the last time these have been out. You can do it by hand and manipulate it in. It'll take you a little bit more time. I'll just use the handy dandy tool here. Just makes it a lot easier. You can do it by hand, but I don't have time today. All right, we'll get a tire. Keeping the same size as tire, the 4.8-4-8-inch tires. And come to think of it, I probably could get away with a little bit of a fatter tire, but yeah, it's fairly close. I got a few inches, but we'll keep a standard size for now. Another reason why I wanted to upgrade is because I hate these turf tires. I call them turf tires. You just can't get any traction on them whatsoever. Gives you a much smoother ride, but you cannot dig into the dirt at all. So I have opted to go with the traction style. I grew up on a farm. I still don't know what this style is called. I call this traction tire. The other one's called the turf tire. That's what I do. So, get your Earl. In this case, soap and water. Lube it up on both sides here. Okay. I've got some professional slip tack tire soap here for my tire machine. I'll just use that. You can just use dish soap too, but I'm too lazy to go back in the kitchen inside and get it. I don't want the wife catching me. Sneaking her dish soap back out. Okay. Now remember, if it's a driven tire, this way's forward of travel, right? It's kind of like you can kind of see an arrow. Fun fact, if it's not driven, it's supposed to go on the other way. But that's for bigger tractors. We're just dealing with small stuff here. Small fries, hey? Let's see here. So that goes on there. It'll be a bit of a juggling act. We'll say if you got a standard screwdriver, you're going to be fighting this a little bit more. I'm using the spoon on the end of these irons for ease of installation. There we go. Just cupping the spoon up. Seems to work just fine. Cup the spoon upwards and then just slow press it on there. Okay. Need some more slickum on here. All right, very good. Now, we're gonna see if this just blows right up. Sometimes you have to get a ratchet strap around here, cinch it down to compress the tire to get the bead to sit. We'll see if you need that or not. Maybe not. Okay, we'll use a small strap at first, and if that doesn't work, we'll take it up a notch and use the bigger strap. I honestly hate this method, which is why I got a bead blast in the first place, but I wanted to show you guys who doesn't have a $200 bead cedar, which you can do with a ratchet strap. These are Trans Am holograms straps, so thank you very much, Trans Am, partner channel, also known as my brother. Oh yes. Fun fact, even on semi trucks, this is sometimes what they got to use. Like a tire's been sitting in the warehouse for a very long time, they still use this ratchet strap method, even though even the bead blaster sometimes won't work. Ignition cables all over the place. That's nice. See how it squishes it out against the rim. Now we might actually be able to make this work. Just like that. We are in like phlegm. Okay, go ahead and release that. Okay, it's on there now. Let's go ahead and check our pressures. I think this one's rated up to 32 psi. Yes, 32 psi. Woo! We're at 40 already. Easy now. $31 psi, perfect. Call it. All right. Okay, one tire down, one to go. Folks, don't you know that there, eh, bud? Go ahead and reblock all of this nonsense up. Be right back. I like that. I like it. All right, now this one actually is held in air. Never really have to mind it, but it's getting swapped. Now let's take your valve stem core tool and we'll just pull the valve stem core out and let it bleed down the air. What's left in there? Not much. Really not much. Now to unseat the bead here, you can do a couple of things. Drive it around flat, as long as you're on dirt, to knock the bead loose, because I guarantee that will grind that tire down real fast. Or I can get a bead breaker out, which I think I'll do. All right. Scrunch it up to there. Go. Whew, this drum's a little bit more on the rusty side. Wonderful. Can't get the bead cedar in there. It's a tight fit. I don't know about the pony version of these tillers, but the horse, yes, you can, only just sort of barely. You got stuck rims. A last resort, you can get one of these. Simply break the bead this way. Oops, wrong way. Okay. Hoping this will do it once, but I may have to rotate the tire to do it again. I'm not sure. Definitely broke it right there. I don't know if we can break it all the way around or we gotta do this again. I don't know yet. Let's see here. There we go. Just He-Man it off. And that only took one try. That's all right. Definitely take that to the bank and tell them.
A little lube couldn't hurt. All right. Whew. These are even more cracked. Look at that. I'm surprised this one. And this one is the one that, this was a good tire that held air. Yeah, that's not good. The bead on the rim's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. We might actually be able to get away with not using a bead sealer. Alright, that'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Put that in there for now because I know I'm going to lose that cap here in a minute. I think we need a tire. This soap's not very sticky. Or slimy. I'm now going to get some other stuff. I'll just use one for my tire machine. And all that soap's nice and good. Right out. Traction side is forward. Let's see here. Pattern, whatever. So I gotta block this up a little bit more. Well, that works. That works a rock trait. It's always fun getting the party started. Excellent. You'll fight it a little bit, but you'll get it. You'll get it. Yeah, make sure there's no grass in your bead. Otherwise, it may not seal very well. Once again, we'll flatten the tire so we can seat the bead. At least easier. Okay. Really? I'm gonna have to squish it a little bit more. There we go. Under pressure. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Let the professionals do the singing. I'm sorry. It's just starting to rain. We got about 20. $31. Perfect. All right, there we go. 2 brand new traction tires installed on the Troy-Bilt horse tiller. Now, we could just shut the video off here and call it good, but no. We want to actually till with this thing. I want to see how these cleats dig in and perform compared to those ugly monstrosities. However, it's just starting to rain. It's just a little too wet up there. So I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow, which for you will be right now. Well, I'm well pleased with that. The old Troy-Bilt does really good. By the way, this is not one of those cheaper ones they make. This is a made USA 1980s model. Very, very good. As we can see by our tire, the cleats really start pulling that mud in. I'm very happy with that. It's definitely getting a lot of traction now. It's definitely wanting to dig in. That's what the goal was. And the net results pretty gosh darn good. We got at least, I'll say, 6-inch seed bed. Very nice, very nice.
nice and smooth.
Well, this thing's in gear. You idiot. That's why it's not rotating. Let me put it in the right way, you donkus. Wow.
Fun fact. Huh. That's not stable, is it?
As you can see right... Oops. Knock it off, you stupid crows. Whew. Love the smell of new tires. I like the look of new tires. I mean, come on. Car or implement, you gotta love brand new tread.